Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to a new video. This video will be about modding Ghost Recon Breakpoint. It's an unpopular game. I'm not sure if many of you guys play it, but it's just a guide on how to, properly mod. But first of all, let me say, you need to use the Nexus website, nexusmods.com. That's probably the best option for modding. Of course, there's a Discord server to get mods, but I feel like this one's way better. But anyways, first you need to install both of these 100%. Like, you need these. So you go pre-September patch, 20th patch. So you download this one, you go to files, then you do manual download, and it should take you to the download. As well as this one. You definitely need Anvil Toolkit. Like, both of these are a requirement. Both. Now, so since I already have these installed, it's the same thing for every mod. It doesn't matter which mods they are, but for this one specifically, I'm pretty sure this one's just a .exe in a zip file. But yeah. So anyways, I'm going to be installing this mod, the Glock 17 mod. It's going to replace the PT45 or P45T, that one. So let me just show you real quick the gun. Where is there? It's gonna be replacing this gun. It's gonna make it a Glock 17. So we can see that I haven't downloaded yet. So I have to exit out of the game, quit the desktop. Okay, now that we've got that, once you have Anvil Toolkit installed, you have to open it. So let me just open that up real quick. Okay, now you should see this screen once you open it, like, completely, You're gonna want to go into settings, and then you're gonna go into files. I'm pretty sure that use compression is on. Tick that off and set the compression ratio to 0. And click OK. Then after that, just go like normal. And okay, there. Now you scroll down till you see Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Double click on it. Now it should open your Ghost Recon directory. So now the step here is to download the actual mod. So I'm gonna go to files. I'll do that. Like I said, it's the same for every single mod. It's same for this one. So just follow the same guide. Also, an important note I do have to say is that you have to read the description of every single mod, because some mods require you to put them in different directories and not the same ones. So let's say, for example, this one says to put in patch 01. Sometimes it says to put in teammates folder, to put in DB container entry, etc. So you just have to read just where it goes to make sure you put it in right, because that's a beginner mistake most people make. Let's just watch it download. Okay. Alright, there we go. Once it's installed, you're gonna go to your file explorer, downloads, then you're gonna find the one you installed. Extract all, extract. Once it's extracted, you open it, but before you do anything, you go to the page, like you go to the mod, the one you installed, then you look at it, unpack data patch, read all this, etc. Now, sometimes it will say like this. It will say patch 01, extra patch, and resources. Sometimes. But, let me see. Let me show you an example. Sometimes it's going to say this, main and resources. Main is most likely going to be patch 01 and not any other, file directories. But for the most part, just read the description. But anyways, so we're going to go to patch 01. Go here. Now, you're going to go down. You're going to look at this one, patch 01. Then you're going to want to double click on it. That's going to unpack the folder, right? Next, what you're going to want to do is take your files, select them all, drag them to your Anvil toolkit, and place them. After that, you go up here, then you delete that, like just to not delete, but like go back. Then you see the one you just opened. You click repack, but do not delete. Um, well, you can delete them, but it kind of messes up your coding and stuff, and a little bit. I'm not sure how it works, but just don't delete it like I did, because that was a mistake I also made. Anyways, that's the first one done. After that, we're gonna go back to our file explorer. Go to resources. It says resources patch 01. Make sure to read what it actually says, because there's resources and resources patch 01. For the most part, you're gonna use the ones that say patch 01, like patch 01 resources, patch 01 extra, patch 01. The other ones are mostly just for vanilla files. Also, an important note I do have to say, so your game doesn't get corrupted and you don't have to do a full reinstall, you have to get the most important files and create like a backup. So I already have a backup. It's these ones. You have to how do I say this? You have to go to your actual directory in File Explorer, like here, copy this, copy all this. Then you go here, type it here, paste it. Then, okay, so this is the most important part. You're gonna want to select a patch. You're gonna want to select these specific ones. You're gonna put them in a folder where you know you're not gonna delete or wherever. Just make sure it's safe. You copy them, you place them in your folder, and these are your vanilla files. You absolutely need these backups, because if your game gets corrupted, it's basically like really hard to find the mod that went the wrong way. Because let me show you. As you can see, it has 4, right? Well, let's say I click this one, it has these. You might think it's simple. Oh, just try to look for these ones. Well, let me show you why it's not so simple. But anyways, resources patch 01. So we're gonna go here and then here. Alright. Now you see all these files, and it's an endless amount of files. Like, look at this. Hold on. Look. That is absolutely so much files. You're not gonna be able to search through all of these and find these specifically. It's basically impossible to do that. It's gonna take you hours and hours. So I recommend you just make sure to have a backup. But anyways, I'm gonna add these to my resources. After that, I'm gonna go back. Then all I need is extra, patch 01. Now go here, extracted, and then repack. And then okay, make sure to have the console out. You have to read if it's repacked or not to go to the next step. Like it says right here, it says writing forge file. Look right here. So there, it says finished repacking. Now all you gotta do is go back to there, and then it was extra patch 01. Now all you gotta do is drag these to here, and there you go. Then you do that. Then you go to your repack. There we go. Now we go here. And then that's about the entire process. It's the same for every single mod, except sometimes it may say main, resources, or something else. But you have to make sure you read the description, because sometimes they say something else, like teammates, DB container entry, and stuff like that. So, now that we've got that done, all these are put into the... Now you can close this, and then you can go back to your Ghost Recon breakpoint. Launching. So yeah, anyways, like I said, you have to have a backup, like 100%, because, okay, it's really important when you're installing like a couple mods. It's really easy to just replace it. But after you get into a little bit of more modding and get like let's say 10 or 15 mods, it's gonna be a little bit hard to, put them back in, because you're gonna forget about them and stuff like that. But the good thing about Nexus is that you can have your download history, meaning you can like reinstall them, look at which mod you installed, look at them if you want them or not, and whatnot. But for the most part, just try to keep it slow, because making a mistake is really easy in Ghost Recon Breakpoint modding. Once you get the hang of it, it's like really easy, and trust me, it's absolutely amazing what mods can do. Anyways, like I showed you at the beginning of the video, the P45T was unmodded. It was just vanilla, right? So now I'll go to my shop here, and look, as you can see, it changed the UI. Now if I buy it, continue, then go to my loadout. Now, as you can see, if I click on the PT45, it's going to show a Glock instead of the actual PT45. Now, I personally think this mod's pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but yeah. Paint that black. That looks so clean, don't you think? That looks pretty cool. But, yeah. Anyways, I guess that's it for the process. Let me just show off a couple bit of my outfits that I have. So, as you see here, this outfit looks pretty good, right? Most of these items are modded, like the vest, like the helmet, the knee pads, the gloves, the belt, and a lot of other stuff, like the patches, the NVGs. Yeah, I have a lot of mods, but like this one too, it changes the way how the M4A1 CQC looks like. Also, let me see, 416. There's also a mod that makes the hollow sight, or whatever it's called, it makes it an actual brand from the real life world, which is EOTech, which I'm pretty sure most people know about it. Look, right there. Look, it says EOTech right up here. If it lets me. Whatever, but you get the point. Yeah, right there. EOTech. But yeah, there's a lot of mods on the Nexus website, and I just recommend you to take it slow for the time being. Yeah, that's about it for this guide. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. And remember, make sure to have a backup, and these two mods are 100% needed. They are an essential to modding for Ghost Recon. If you don't have them, and you're already a long way down the road, then it's best to just get your backups and replace your Ghost Recon, because it's really hard to remove all the mods you had. But yeah, anyways, that's about it for this guide. I hope you watched till the end. I hope this video helped, and make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching the video.